How economies really grow. Inspired by how an economy grows and why it crashes. Three men were trapped on an island. No money, no banks, no government, no stock market, just hunger. Every morning, they woke up with one problem. How do we eat today? The island looked beautiful. Blue ocean, palm trees, warm sun. But beauty does not feed people. Every single day, the three men walked into the ocean with empty hands. No tools, no nets, only bare hands. They spent the entire day trying to catch fish. Hours passed. Fish escaped. Waves pushed them back. Sometimes they almost caught one and lost it at the last second. After all that hard work, each man usually caught only one fish. That single fish was enough to survive for one day, not more. No savings, no future planning, no free time. Their life looked like this. Wake up, catch fish, eat fish, sleep, then repeat tomorrow, again and again and again. Every day looked exactly the same. They worked hard, but never moved forward. One night, while sitting near the fire, one of the men started thinking. Every single day, they worked extremely hard, yet nothing changed. No matter how hard they worked, they remained trapped. He stared at the ocean and thought, there must be a smarter way. The next morning, while the other two men walked into the water, he stayed behind. The others looked confused. "What are you doing?" He replied, "I'm building something." The two men laughed. "Building what?" "A fishing net." The other men shook their heads. "That's stupid. If you don't fish, you don't eat." And they were right, because that day the man caught 0 fish. He went hungry. The next day, he still did not go fishing. Instead, he searched the island for materials, vines, wood, branches. Slowly, he started building the fishing net. It was difficult. The vines snapped. The net collapsed. His hands were bleeding. The other two men mocked him every day. "Look at him wasting time. Crazy man. Dreamer." Meanwhile, the other two men still caught one fish each, just enough to survive. At night, they ate their fish. But the man building the net stayed hungry. Then one day, the other two gave him a warning. "If you don't fish, we will stop sharing food with you." Now the pressure became serious. He had a choice: go back to normal life or continue building. Most people quit at this stage because innovation feels painful before it becomes useful. But the man kept building, hungry, weak, tired, because he believed short-term pain could create long-term freedom. Days later, the fishing net was finally complete. It looked rough, ugly, imperfect, but it worked. The next morning, the man walked into the water carrying the net. The other two laughed again. This will fail too. But then, he threw the net into the ocean. Seconds later, he pulled it back. Inside the net were 2 fish, not 1, 2. Suddenly, everything changed. One fish was enough for today. The second fish created something powerful, extra. And extra changes everything. Extra food, extra energy, extra time. The next day, he did not even need to fish. While the other two men still spent all day struggling for survival, he rested. For the first time on the island, someone had free time. This was the birth of productivity. The fishing net allowed one man to produce more with less effort. That is the real definition of economic growth. Economic growth is not paper money. It is not money printing. It is not government slogans. Real economic growth means producing more with less effort. The fishing net multiplied human productivity, and this principle built the modern world. Factories are fishing nets. Machines are fishing nets. Computers are fishing nets. AI is a fishing net. The countries that build better tools become richer, not because they work harder, but because they work smarter. As weeks passed, the man with the net became more productive. Soon, he caught 3 fish, then 4, then 5. Now he had surplus food. And surplus changes civilization, because once survival is solved, humans can focus on improving life. The man now had free time, so he improved the net again. Then he built fish storage. Then he created stronger tools. Meanwhile, the other 2 men still spent all day in the ocean catching 1 fish. Slowly, the gap between them became massive. And this happens in the real world too. Some countries invest in productivity. Others remain trapped in survival. Over time, the productivity gap becomes enormous. Most people think wealth comes from money, but money itself has no value unless productivity exists behind it. Imagine if the island printed paper saying, "This paper equals 100 fish." Would the island become richer? No, because there are still the same number of fish. Printing paper does not create real wealth. Only productivity creates real wealth. Real wealth is food, energy, technology, factories, machines, production. Money is only a tool for exchange, nothing more. 3 men stood on an island. 2 spent their entire lives surviving. 1 spent time building a better future. That one decision changed everything. And thousands of years later, the same rule still controls the modern world. Real wealth does not come from printing money. It comes from building, creating, innovating, producing more with smarter tools. The fishing net changed the island, and modern fishing nets continue shaping the world today.